Hi there, I'm meteorologist Robert Spett. It's currently the early morning hours on the 14th of September, 2021. Of course, still talking about Chantsu, locally known as Kiko, when it was over the Philippines. Storm system still bringing heavy rainfall out here across eastern areas of China, specifically around Shanghai, where flooding has been reported. Eventually, though, it is going to track towards the north and east, and already starting to see that moisture moving across parts of Kyushu and there into South Korea. Winds right now estimated at 120 kilometers per hour. You see it drop down there. Pressure at 970 hectopascals. So just barely holding on to that typhoon intensity. That shear really just going to continue to spread that serious outflow towards the east, and once we get a little bit of that dry air working in behind it, definitely going to continue to weaken our storm. But weaker, but not weak by any means. This is just some of the images out of Shanghai because it is taking its sweet time, and that is resulting in a bit of flooding there. So here's a look at the forecast as we go ahead through Tuesday. It's not going anywhere very fast, just lingering here with those winds about 130 kilometers per hour, dropping down to about 110 as that shear continues to interact with it. At this point, an upper level trough is going to pick up our storm and start to pull it towards the north and east. You can see that is at 9 a.m. on Friday. Then we look ahead to about 9 a.m. on Saturday. Starts to move over central Japan, bringing heavy rainfall from Shanghai, then into western Honshu, and then eventually into the Tokyo area as we go ahead into Saturday before it gets on out of here. So a lot going on. Let's actually take a kind of a different look at this storm system, a little more zoomed in. You can see that inflow coming in. Oh, let's go back just one more time. See that inflow coming in from the south around our storm as it lingers just off of Shanghai. Imagine if this was just a little bit further west, so that definitely would be causing a lot more problems in that metro area. But since the bulk of it is just offshore, you're not really getting the worst of the weather. Then here's Thursday, passing right by Busan. I'm sure it's probably going to be some messy weather along the coast. Busan right there, if you're unfamiliar with the area. Then you have Fukuoka down here, going to be seeing that heavy rainfall, and then eventually passing just north of Iwakuni around Hiroshima. You're probably going to be seeing some heavy rainfall there in western Honshu. And then eventually, as we go into Saturday, there's that moisture flow. Now, this is probably going to be a big issue. You know, the mountains across central Japan are going to tear this apart. Heavy rainfall up in the hills, but even in Tokyo, you'll see the rainfall because of that inflow coming in from the south. So that's going to pick up some moisture out over the Kuroshio and for sure add up that precipitation as we go ahead through Saturday and Sunday. So widespread areas for sure going to see over 50 millimeters. That's indicated here in the red at least, especially across Kyushu. Remember last month Kyushu saw those devastating floods, so the last thing you need is yet more rainfall. But at least through Wednesday into Thursday, still more precip in the forecast out there in Shanghai with plenty of cloudy skies. And then take a look over towards Japan as well. There's that 3-day outlook for Fukuoka. You're going to have 28 down to up to 31 Thursday at 31. Look at Tokyo, though, relatively cooler through your Wednesday, 24 degrees for the high in the forecast there. So a little taste of autumn with that cloud cover ahead of our storm system as it pushes in from the southwest. Kind of interesting at the very least. All right, waves are still kicking up out here too as we go ahead through your Wednesday. If you're a surfer, the northern coast of Okinawa, I think it's going to be actually pretty decent swell. Watch out for the rip currents though, because it is going to be rough out there at times just because of that outflow coming in with our storm system. And then you take a look at the kind of the bigger picture. There's that inflow from the southwest. I'll make a separate video for our friends out here in the Philippines because we still have kind of that moisture flow coming into region 1, going to continue to kick up that moisture out there. Not to mention, there's another tropical wave back there towards Guam. I'm for sure going to be continuing to keep an eye on. By the way, thank you very much for everybody on Patreon who has been helping me out. I can't thank you enough. There's some new people in the last few days. Ivory, Jerry Malone, Drew Williams just jumped on not too long ago as well. Stephen Halliwell, I hope I'm saying your name right. Typhoons, $6 a month. Super Typhoons, $10 a month. Super Typhoons, I've been trying to do little giveaways too as well. So if you guys want to help out, that is the group. I mean, we have a category for $2 a month too. It helps make these videos. You notice these graphics are pretty wicked, right? They're pretty awesome. These are TV level graphics and they're not free. And yeah, you know, I invest a lot of this in my time into it, but the help on Patreon is just unbelievable. So you guys are legends, and you make this not only possible, obviously possible, but also you make it more motivation, especially with you guys supporting and kind of behind the scenes and everything going on. So thank you very much. I hope these videos are helping you guys out. I know a lot of people say that in the comments, but I truly do. I truly do hope that as a community, we let people know ahead of time when there's going to be some destructive weather. That's the goal in the end. So stay safe out there, as always, and thanks for watching. Have a fantastic